Hi there, are you a guy? Are you tired of all these supposed gamer girls soaking up all of your fame and money from Twitch? Do you want to get big on Twitch yourself? Well then, look no further, because in this video, I'm going to be telling you exactly how to get big on Twitch as a guy. Now this first step is very important, and it's all about timing. The early bird catches the worm, and by this point, Twitch is already pretty saturated, so it's going to be pretty hard to break in and make it big, but with the right timing, I believe anyone can make it. Let's take a look at some examples here. A lot of the biggest league streamers who are pulling in tens of thousands of viewers, people like Dyrus, Trick2G, Voyboy, and so on. Yeah, they're of course good at the game, but they've also been streaming for a while on Twitch. In fact, I remember back in around 2010, League was still a pretty new game, and any content about League was actually pretty rare, even on YouTube. In fact, that's why some of my early videos, since they were about League, got so many views. If only I made more fucking videos, man. When Twitch became a thing, naturally, League was getting huge at that time, and both Twitch and League actually progressed together, so if you started streaming early on and you were playing League, chances are, if you stayed dedicated since then, even if you weren't good, you'd probably be a pretty big streamer today. The great news is there's always new opportunities with games that are popular. A few years ago, Hearthstone really got big, and that's where streamers like Kripparrian, Forsen, Reynad, and Trump got huge. People who were formerly not that well known, I guess Kripparrian was with Diablo, but certainly the majority of their viewers came from Hearthstone, and from them just playing Hearthstone at an early stage of the game, a game which got hugely popular.
Can you guys see that? See the mouse and the click to start action?
There's always going to be that new game that gets huge, that gets popular. Look for that, ride that wave, make a lot of content, stream a lot of that, and you just might have a chance, if you're early enough, and if your stream is good enough, to make it big off that. Now, of course, this leads to the next step, which is appearance and personality. Now, the reason I'm tying these two together is because your appearance really doesn't matter. You can look pretty much like anything. Even if you're the most ugly person, that can actually work to your advantage. It might be more interesting to watch someone who's really ugly if he's a really interesting or funny person or knows how to make fun of himself. You gotta be willing to stand out and be unique, no matter how you look. And you can't be afraid to look ridiculous. In fact, some of the most successful streamers got big just off of looking absolutely ridiculous. If you don't believe me, look at this guy, Allison Quinn. He streams RuneScape and he just dances with the game in the corner. That's literally all his stream is, but just look at his hairstyle. Like what the hell is this guy doing? I don't think anyone knows. But that's my point. He stands out. The next step kind of ties into that, and that is being entertaining. The way I separate this from personality means you don't have to be the most funny person necessarily, but your stream has to be entertaining. It has to stand out. It has to be unique. Either you as the streamer has to bring up entertaining topics and have entertaining commentary, or the content you're showing on your stream has to be really entertaining. You can do that in a lot of ways. Maybe you're in a call with someone who's funny all the time. Maybe you're hitting on girls all the time. Sodapoppin did that in the past, and Mitch does it currently. Have some sort of drama going on, basically. That way your stream sort of becomes like a reality show that people are invested in. Granted, you need a large audience for this to work, but you can certainly build one off of doing something like this.
You bought me baby food because I'm a bitch. Alright, I got some Gerber baby. Yo, thank you, Celeste, for the Gerber baby. I appreciate you.
Mitch, giveaways depend on your state laws.
She's back, so chill out, Emily. What?
Oh, fuck.
What? Oh, no, now I'm getting that face, dude. Dude, Celeste has the worst case of resting bitch face of any person I've ever met in my life.
Again, back to the Allison Quinn example, this guy just dances every stream. That's all he does. He dances. And the way he does it is absolutely hilarious. He's not providing any commentary. He's not getting involved in any drama. He's barely even showing gameplay. And yet I can't look away. So always try to make your stream as entertaining as possible. But what if you're a boring guy? What if you're someone who isn't really a natural entertainer? You can't really make people laugh. You're kind of mellow. Well, that brings me to step number 3, which is skill. And that means you have to be really good at a game that a lot of people care about. Again, I'll refer to Kripparrian here. His stream is a great example because certain people find it boring because all Krip does is just he sits there, all relaxed, doesn't even talk that much, and he plays Hearthstone, a little bit of commentary, but the main draw is that Krip knows a lot about Hearthstone, and he's pretty damn good at it too. It's the same reason he got viewers when he played Diablo, because he was world first beating Diablo on hardcore mode. He also had an audience when he played WoW, because he was one of the top PvE hunters in the game. He would always be the top ranked hunter in PvE.
I'm regarded as one of the highest DPS hunters in the world. I upload most of my parses, as do most competitive hunters, to WoW Meter Online, which you can see there. And I have more number 1 parses than any other player that I've ever seen. And I'm saying that because I haven't even seen anyone come close.
He's just good at every game he plays. And I think in his case, it's just because he works really hard and becomes very knowledgeable in the games he plays and is not afraid to just grind games out until he knows them fully inside and out. Like, Crip is one of the most dedicated gamers I've ever known. Just listen to this clip. He's talking about how once in high school, for 2 years, he farmed one mob in this game, Age of Camelot.
Well, I told you guys, Hearthstone's like the third or fourth most played game that I have played. Guys, in high school, I played Dark Age of Camelot for 2 years. I played for 7 years, but during a period of 2 years, I farmed one monster. You guys understand that, right? Like, I played grindy fucking games, guys. Love that shit. The King Dahian snake for ML4, because it dropped 5 keys of random gear. So I had all the best random gear in the game and made a fortune selling it on the auction houses. I just camped it.
It's just a testament to how insanely dedicated he is at grinding. So in that sense, if you work really hard, you can be good at probably any game. But of course, you're only really going to get viewers being good at certain games. Currently, those games are League, Dota, CSGO, Hearthstone, and that's pretty much it. Maybe a little bit of other games. If you're really good at speedrunning, basically any game, you'll get some viewers if you're really dedicated. But for the most part, competitive games that are relevant on the esports scene, being good at those will usually get you the most viewers. The next step is being dedicated. And this will always produce some results. Even if you have none of the traits before, you're not entertaining, you're not good at any game, you don't have an interesting persona or appearance or anything, you basically have nothing that separates your stream from other streams, it'll be really hard, but if you're super dedicated and you just stream constantly every day for like a couple years, you will eventually get somewhat of a following. Probably a pretty small following if it's just a very boring stream, but you'll get some reoccurring viewers who watch your stream regularly. But that's the key right there. There's no reason anyone will watch your stream if you're doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. You need to have some sort of draw. And all those other traits I listed are going to be the main ways you draw people in. Here, let me give you an example. Let's just go to the League of Legends section. All right, let's just scroll down here to the bottom of the list, find someone with just a couple viewers, someone starting out who doesn't really stream too much, doesn't really have a big following. All right, this guy right here. D1, next Gragas, God, Gragas nerfs incoming. Let's enjoy what we have now. Holy shit, this is loud. Okay, he has 5 viewers, 822 followers. See, and this guy's Diamond 1, which, you know, is decent, right? In League, that's not bad. So this guy's even, like, somewhat decent at the game, and he has 5 viewers. Like, why would I watch this guy? There's probably 50 other people streaming that are D1 or higher right now. So there's really no reason to watch him even from that perspective. Unless I'd really just like his personality. But he just seems like a normal gamer, average guy, sitting there. He does have his cam on, which is good, but not compelling enough for me personally. It's not compelling enough for most people. Now, eventually, if this guy streams for, like, the next several years, yeah, he might eventually get a following, especially if he improves in the game. But you see how difficult it is to break through to an audience right now? If this guy started streaming League like 3 years ago and was just as good as he is now, he'd probably get a lot more viewers, by the way. By now, he would get a lot more viewers, certainly. So you might be thinking, well, what hope is there for me if I'm just like that guy? Well, there is some hope for you, believe it or not. But it does involve another skill that not everyone has. And that is the last and final step, which is getting connections and networking. It has happened many times before where people have gotten huge off of Twitch just by having a connection to someone else who's already well established and already well known. You don't have to be good at a game. You don't necessarily have to be the most entertaining person. And timing is pretty irrelevant here as well. I'll use the example here of Trainwrex, who's a guy I know that went from basically a nobody in World of Warcraft to someone who streamed pretty consistently and then was good enough with networking to get the attention of people like Mitch Jones and Raynad. And just like 6 months into streaming at BlizzCon, he threw a party. Mitch Jones came to his house. He hung out with him a ton. Mitch actually streamed from his house. He went over to Mitch's house. I mean, he fucked the whole thing up, but the point is, he definitely had the potential to get huge off of these other people who were well established on Twitch, and he was pretty entertaining and funny to boot, which, like I said, is going to help a lot with getting the attention and getting in, quote unquote, with a lot of these bigger streamers. But if you're just really persistent, if you even have money to donate to them, and you're just a really dedicated follower, viewer, friend of these guys, you can definitely get in some aspect. I mean, Soda Pop and other streamers have had subscribers over at their houses and on their streams many times. Now, it would be kind of shameless, but if you can be kind of smooth about it, you can kind of get a plug from them, you can get a little bump from them, they can mention you, talk about you, you can show up on their stream, and get a little bit of a promotion for yourself. One other really great example is Barry, who is permabanned on Twitch now. A lot of these people seem to be fucking this up, but anyways, he's permabanned on Twitch now, but the way he got huge was that Soda Poppin was doing this 5v5 duel tournament in World of Warcraft, and Barry's just someone who is really outrageous and kind of funny. So instantly he became the center of attention in this thing, and then Soda Poppin and Mitch pretty quickly became friends with him because they thought he was funny, and then he became like a household name after that, certainly for the viewers of these big streamers. So if you get an opportunity, use that to further your own stream, if you can pull it off correctly.
I know, dude. Does this break your heart?
Does it break my heart?
Yes, that breaks my heart.
It makes me want to kick his fucking ass! I'm like, do it! Fuck him! Let's fucking sock him in the face! Fuck that faggot! That fucking douchebag! Mack it on your chick! You're just gonna let him do that, dude? Fuck him, man! This name's cartoons! I used to watch cartoons when I was a little kid! But now I'm a grown fucking man! And I watch porn!
Also, it's important to note there are some people who just randomly get hosted for thousands of viewers by some of these big streamers, just completely randomly. So there's a chance that could happen to you as well, but I wouldn't count on it at all. Besides, even if you get a huge host and thousands of viewers, it's not like you're gonna get popular overnight unless you are actually really entertaining, unique, and interesting to their viewers. Then they might return. So there you have it, guys. Those are 6 steps to getting big on Twitch as a guy. It's pretty difficult, but if you are interesting enough, if you do stand out enough, and if you work hard enough, you too can be swimming in that Twitch money. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. You know what? Actually, you could just view bots, so never mind. Fuck all that. Forget everything I said. Just buy a view bot and you're good to go.
I tell them stick with me, kid, you go far, make you popular.
You're gonna be popular. You're gonna be